Macca's Guides.
Hey guys, Macca here. Welcome to completed episode number 55. If you'd like to take a look at the first 54 episodes, feel free to click the card on the screen or view the YouTube description for more information. If this is your first episode of completed and you have no idea what the hell you're watching, this is a series where I take a few minutes to talk about a game that I recently completed, got all the gamer score in. I talk about my opinions of the game, as well as the actual achievements and trophies themselves. Now, Quiplash, what is it? What's going on screen? How do you play? Where did this game come from? Who made it? What's going on? Okay, we'll answer all those questions real quick here in a 1 to 2 minute summary of how this game works. So on screen, what you see is a question and then 2 answers. And what happens is you can have from 3 to 8 players playing this game at once using their cell phones or computer browsers. You don't actually need to be in the same room or using controllers. You use your cell phone or web browser as a controller by logging into jackbox.tv, and then you see the room code in the top right corner. Every time a new round starts, there's a new room code and people can join in. I decided to stream this, and I'm playing with other people around the world who are using their cell phones or web browsers to play along. Now, the game will ask you 2 questions, and you think of the funniest answer that you can think of, and then you write it as your answer. Your answer gets put up against someone else's answer, and then everyone else who didn't answer that question will vote on which one they thought was the funniest. Based on the amount of votes that question gets is how many points you'll get in that round. Now, obviously, you want to be the funniest person, get the most amount of votes, which will get you the most amount of points, and then you can win the round. Now, there's no actual point of winning. This is kind of like Cards Against Humanity if it met like a technological brother of its own and kind of in the future. So you can see kind of what's going on screen. Now, I've sped it up a little bit to make it more enjoyable to watch on YouTube. There are like longer timers and stuff, and you have to wait a little bit more in between rounds. But you hopefully kind of understand what's going on by what's happening on screen. And again, this is a game you're going to have to be playing with at least 3 people at a time. This is not a game you can play online by yourself against other people online. You will need to either have 3 or more people in the same room, or you'll need to be streaming it to be able to play with people via Twitch. Now, I will quickly touch on all the achievements and trophies. I personally started the game on June 30th, finished on July 1st. That's 1 day or 2 days, however you want to count that. And it takes about 1 hour for most people to complete all the achievements and trophies, which there are 10 of, as long as you know what you're doing and you can find a guide to kind of understand how the game works. My last achievement, you don't actually see it on screen. What you see on screen is a highlight of a Twitch stream I did. But the last achievement I got is called Quip Pro Quo, which is for getting a quip, which is an answer that Schmitty, which is the commentator, actually responds to. That's the only real achievement that takes a little bit of skill, and you actually need to know what you're doing. I've written a guide for that, which I'll link down below in the YouTube description. Achievement difficulty, I've given a 2 out of 10. You can do most of this game completely by yourself without ever really trying to do anything. You don't even have to really play the game. You just have to kind of pretend you're playing the game to get all the achievements or trophies. Fun factor, I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. It is what it is. It's like Cards Against Humanity. You get to make up your own answers, and you get to make people laugh. With that being said, it's not much of an actual video game. There's no story. There's no, like, single-player component. You can't play online. Those are 2 things. I wish you could just play it online against other people who are also playing it online. I also wish there was some kind of moderator support or the ability to kick certain people out. That would have been appreciated. But how fun is the game? Well, the first day I streamed it for 9 hours straight over at twitch.tv/Macca91Productions. And we had an absolute blast. Everyone was laughing their asses off. We had an absolute great time. So the fun factor is an 8.5, but this is a party type game. You're going to need to have a group of people who want to laugh together at the same time playing along together, or else you're just simply not going to be able to even play this game, let alone enjoy it. So you want to keep that in mind. Now, as I said, I did include a guide in the description box below on how to get Quip Quo Pro, which is the only kind of achievement or trophy there, which is a little bit difficult. And I've also included the TA game page. This game was made by the same people who made Fibbage, as well as the Jackbox Party Pack, which included games like Drawful, Wordspud, Lie Swatter, and You Don't Know Jack. This was a successfully kickstarted game, and a lot of people did get to fund that Kickstarter, and as part of the stretch goals, I believe it did come to Xbox One. And on top of that, another cool thing is that obviously you can buy it on the marketplace. I don't know how much it costs. I think it's $10 in Canadian regions. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy the video. Make sure to check me out over at twitch.tv/Macca91Productions if you're ever interested in playing Quiplash or watching me stream other games. I'm there on a more consistent basis lately than I have ever been. And hopefully I see you next time. Peace! Peace.